A very good evening and warm welcome to Dharma Television's Collective News. This is Srishti Khadki. Let's move on to today's headlines. Demonstration against visit of Indian Army Chief to Nepal at Maitighar. I will not resign from the post of Prime Minister, KP Sharma Oli. Urged to those who provide free food to find alternatives, Mayor Shakya. Continuation of program of feeding hungry citizens in open stage. Visit of living goddess Kumari by Indian Army Chief. 5 workers died in a landslide in Nawalpur section of Kali Gandaki corridor. Another 3,309 people confirmed of corona. 30 dead on Wednesday. New rules effective in Saudi Arabia from March. Many more corona infections reported in the United States in a single day. Joe Biden close to victory. Here we go for news in detail. 21 party fronts have protested against the visit of Indian Army Chief Manoj Mukundi Narwani to Nepal. Protesters have gathered at Maitighar in Kathmandu to protest against Narwani's visit to Nepal. They said that Narwani had protested against the sovereignty of Nepal when new map of Nepal was made. They chanted slogans such as Indian Army should leave Kala Pani, repeal unequal treaties and stop interfering in Nepal. Army Chief Narwani arrived in Nepal on Wednesday on a special army plane.
राष्ट्रिय स्वाधीनताको रक्षा गरौं भारतीय सेना कालापानी छोड भारतीय सेना कालापानी छोड
Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has made it clear that he will not resign even if it is for the country. Inaugurating Manmohan Center Annex building on Wednesday, Prime Minister Oli made it clear that he would not resign under any circumstances. Prime Minister Oli also said that he became Prime Minister because of needs and support of people rather than his own interest. PM Oli also urged people not to fall into the dilemma of returning to the government as he became Prime Minister with the support of people and not through any trickery. Prime Minister Oli said that some people are trying to cause instability in the country. PM Oli also said that government is dedicated in the service of people. Oli said that he was happy to inaugurate Manmohan Center Annex building less than 3 years after he laid the foundation stone.
मेरो लागि होइन देशको लागि मैले राजीनामा दिनु भनेको देशलाई बर्बादीतिर जान दिनु त्यसकारण म राजीनामा दिनेवाला छैन तयारी गर्दैछ यो तयारी अन्तिममा के हुनेछ ग्राफ्सार शो साउट छ ग्राफ्स केही पनि हुनेवाला छैन म यस ठाउँमा आएको मेरा रहरले होइन जनताको आवश्यकता र समर्थनले हो सबैको देशवासीको साझा सेवा अप्ठ्यारो परेको बेला भरसक हस्पिटल जानु नपरोस् भने पनि जानु परिहाल्छ यस्तो महत्त्वपूर्ण चिजका लागि यो सफलताका लागि मैले तपाईहरु सबैलाई बधाई भनेको यो काम सफल पार्न लाग्नुहुने सबैलाई यति बेला म धन्यवाद भन्न चाहन्छु तपाईहरुको मेहनत सफल भएको छ धेरै खुसीको कुरा हो आज हामीले मनमोहन कार्डियोलोजी मास्को सेन्टर एनेक्स बिल्डिङ छोटै समयमा बनाएका छौँ र यस्तो बेलामा यसलाई कम्प्लिट गरेका छौँ जति बेला विश्वव्यापी रूपमै फैलिएको कोरोना अथवा कोभिड-19 को महामारीले हाम्रो देश कमजोर अर्थतन्त्र भएको देश धेरै नराम्ररी आक्रान्त भएको छ यस्तो बेलामा पनि यो बिल्डिङ तय भएको छ यसको शिलान्यास भएको ठ्याक्कै 2 वर्षपछि त्यो कोरोनाले हामी ग्रस्त हुन थाल्यौँ त्यस्तो अवस्थामा पनि हामीले हरेस खाएनौँ यसलाई कम्प्लिट गरेरै छोड्यौँ र आज यसको उद्घाटन भएको छ
Kathmandu Metropolitan City has urged those who provide free food in places including open stage to find alternatives. Speaking at a press conference in Kathmandu on Wednesday, Kathmandu Metropolitan City Mayor Vidyasundar Shakya said that Kathmandu Metropolitan Corporation has drawn attention to the recent free food distribution in various public and crowded places in metropolitan area. Mayor Shakya said that Kathmandu Metropolitan City has been assisting helpless, disabled, extremely poor and daily wage workers in Kathmandu Metropolitan City area affected by COVID-19 from the very beginning. Mayor Shakya said that the work of feeding helpless should be done in a systematic manner and added that Metropolitan should help in this. Mayor Shakya said that Kathmandu Metropolitan City is committed to help those who have lost their jobs due to COVID epidemic and to contact the concerned ward office in Kathmandu. Shakya thanked various organizations and individuals who have been continuously serving workers, poor and helpless due to corona epidemic and urged them to coordinate with Metropolis. Mayor Shakya said that people have been complaining about unhealthy and unsafe food being served in various public places including Old Bus Park in Kathmandu without fulfilling general standards of health and safety amidst garbage, dust and crowds.
काठमाडौँ महानगरपालिकाले 1,50,000 भन्दा बढी परिवारलाई राहत वितरण र 2,50,000 बढीलाई खाना खुवाउने कार्य गरेको थियो। लामो समयको लकडाउन पछि पनि कोरोनाको महामारीबाट मुक्त हुन नसकेको अवस्थालाई ध्यानमा राख्दै काठमाडौँ महानगरपालिका क्षेत्रभित्र बसोबास गरिरहेका काम गर्न सक्ने तथा कोभिडका कारण बेरोजगार भएकाहरूलाई उनीहरूको सामर्थ्य र सिपको आधारमा रोजगारी दिई काठमाडौँ महानगरपालिकाले जीवन निर्वाहका लागि पारिश्रमिक दिने कार्यको थालनी गरेको पनि जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु। महामारीका कारण रोजगारी गुमेर खान नपाएका कोही पनि महानगरवासी हुनुहुन्छ भने उहाँहरूले आफू बसेको सम्बन्धित वडा कार्यालयमा सम्पर्क गरेको अवस्थामा उहाँहरूलाई कसैलाई पनि भोकै बस्न नपर्ने गरी सहयोग गर्ने काठमाडौँ महानगरपालिका प्रतिबद्ध छ। कोरोना महामारीका कारण रोजगारी गुमी केही समयका लागि हातमुख जोड्ने समस्याले पेट भर्नको लागि ताँती लागेका नागरिकहरूको निर्रोष अनुहारलाई सामाजिक सञ्जाल लगायतमा व्यापक बनाउन कसैलाई क्षणिक लाभ पुगे पनि सम्बन्धित नागरिकको आत्मसम्मानलाई भने यसले आघात पुर्याउने कुराप्रति हामी सबै सचेत हुनै पर्दछ। काठमाडौँको पुरानो बसपार्क लगायतका विभिन्न सार्वजनिक स्थलहरूमा फोहोर, धुलो धुवा र भिडभाडका बीच स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा सम्बन्धी मापदण्ड सामान्य मापदण्ड समेत पुरा नगरी अस्वस्थ र असुरक्षित तरिकाले खाना खुवाउँदै आइरहेको भनी जनस्तरबाटै गुनासो आउने गरेको कुराप्रति पनि हाम्रो ध्यानाकर्षण भएको छ। कुनै पनि मानवीय सेवा यदि स्वच्छ भाव र स्वार्थरहित ढङ्गले प्रदान गरिएको छ भने त्यसलाई आडम्बरपूर्ण सार्वजनिक प्रदर्शनको विषय बनाउन आवश्यक हुन्न। समस्यामा परेका श्रमिक, गरिब र असहायलाई खाना खुवाउने कार्यमा काठमाडौँ महानगरपालिकाको कुनै वैरभाव छैन र काठमाडौँ महानगरपालिकाले अहिले पनि तपाईहरुसँग पत्रकार सम्मेलन गर्दाखेरि जो साथीहरूले विभिन्न ठाउँमा खाना खुवाइरहेका छन् ती साथीहरूसँग पनि हामी छलफल चलाइरहेका छौँ यसको व्यवस्थापनको सम्बन्धमा। मैले सबैको जिज्ञासालाई एकचोटि छलफल चलाइरहेका छौँ र अहिले पनि हामीले भनिरहेका छौँ हामी व्यवस्थापन गर्छौँ त त्यसको लागि केही समय गरिराख्छौँ भन्यो भने उहाँहरूलाई हामी विकल्प पनि दिएछ। कुनै पार्टी प्यालेसमा उहाँहरूले खाना खुवाउँछ, सबै ठाउँमा खाना खुवाउँछ भने त्यो खर्च हामीले बेहोर्छौँ भनेर हामीले प्रस्ताव गरेका छौँ। त्यो खुल्ला मञ्चमा सबैले देख्ने गरिकन खुवाउनुपर्छ आवश्यकता परे आवश्यकता अनुसार स्वास्थ्य मापदण्ड पालन हुने गरिकन चाहे पूर्वी भेग, पश्चिम भेग, मध्य भाग कतै पनि राखेर पार्टी प्यालेसको खर्च काठमाडौँ महानगरपालिकाले बेहोरिन्छ। त्यसको लागि खुल्ला मञ्चमा झगडा गर्नु भने कोही पार्टी आउने मान्नेहरूले चाहिँ त्यही खुवाउनु पर्छ, त्यो खुवाएपछि मात्र इज्जत बढ्छ भन्नु पनि भन्नु पर्दैन। त्यो लडाइँ लडेर कसले के गर्छ भनेर पाखुरा सुर्केर आउनु पनि जरुरी छैन। हामी त्यसको व्यवस्थापन गर्छौँ।
On Wednesday, Saza Party 100 group distributed food on the open stage. Subha Shakya, a Bagmati MP and central member of Saza Party, said that party has continued the distribution of food after KMC said to stop feeding in open stage. Earlier on Tuesday, party had announced to feed people on Wednesday morning and evening by mobilizing party volunteers at its own expenses. Act of feeding hungry people should not be stopped by Mayor Shakya. Earlier, Kathmandu Metropolitan City had urged those who provide free food in open spaces and other places to look for alternatives.
पार्टीको तर्फबाट आज बिहान र बेलुकाको खानाको लागि चाहिँ हामीले आज स्पोन्सर गरेको हाम्रो केन्द्रीय सदस्य लगायत सम्पूर्णबाट चाहिँ अलिअलि पैसा उठाएर यहाँ आजको खानाको लागि हामीले व्यवस्था गरेछौँ हैन। त्यसकारण आज मात्र होइन कि यो धेरै दिनदेखि यो चलिरहेको थियो। यो एकदमै राम्रो काम गरिरहेछ। अहिले चाहिँ यसले गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो नेपाली नागरिकहरू यो लकडाउनको महामारीको कोभिड-19 को महामारीको कारणले गर्दाखेरि भोकले कोही पनि नमरोस् भन्ने कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो खाना खाइरहेको एकदमै राम्रो काम हो। यसको लागि चाहिँ हामी पनि एउटा इँटा थप्नको लागि चाहिँ आज हामी यो साझा पार्टीको तर्फबाट चाहिँ हामी सहयोग गर्न आइरहेछौँ र साथै हामीले साझा पार्टीले सुरुदेखि नै हामीले हरेक भक्तपुर, काठमाडौँ, ललितपुरमा पनि हामीले यसरी नै खाना खाएर आइरहेका छौँ र अहिलेसम्म पनि ललितपुरमा लगन खेलमा चाहिँ हामी अहिलेसम्म पनि कन्टिन्युटी गरिरहेका छौँ। त्यसकारण यो महामारीको समयमा चाहिँ सरकारको ध्यान आकर्षण जाओस् भन्ने मुख्य उद्देश्य पनि हो।
Indian Army Chief Manoj Mukund Narwani, who is on a visit to Nepal, has paid a visit to living goddess Kumari. Arriving at Basantapur in Kathmandu on Wednesday afternoon, General Narwani visited living goddess Kumari. General Narwani had reached Basantapur with his wife to visit goddess Kumari, who arrived in Nepal today on an Indian Air Force flight. In the process, he observed Basantapur Darbar Square. President Vidya Devi Bhandari is scheduled to confer rank of Manat Maharathi of Nepal Army on Indian Army Chief Narwani at a function to be held at Rashtrapati Bhavan today.
यो नजिक नबस्ने है यता नबस्ने भने तपाईहरु हजुर सर्दिनु पर्ने कसरी जान्छ माथि यता माथि प्लिज सरी माथि प्लिज माथि
Five people have died in a landslide in Bulingtar village municipality of Navalpur. All the victims are residents of Bulingtar 4. Bodies of 5 people buried in a landslide were recovered by a team from area police office, Bulingtar and locals. 2 persons have been injured in landslide. They were rescued by other workers in the corridor. Both of them are undergoing treatment at Bharatpur in Chetwan. Corona has been confirmed in another 3,309 people in Nepal on Wednesday. Along with this, number of corona infected in Nepal has reached 1,82,923. On Wednesday, 1,570 corona were confirmed in Kathmandu, 119 in Bhaktapur and 189 in Lalitpur. Another 30 people have died due to corona. So far, 1,034 people have died in Nepal due to corona. According to Ministry of Health, a total of 3,844 corona were released on Wednesday and 144,978 infected people have been cured so far, said Health Ministry spokesperson Dr. Jageshwar Gautam. At present, there are 1,305 people in 36,911 quarantines in isolation. So far, there have been 1.49 million PCRs, according to the ministry.
र आज सक्रिय संक्रमितहरूको संख्या 36,911 रहेको छ। संस्थागत आइसोलेसनमा रहनुभएको संख्या 6,780 जना छ। प्रदेश 1 मा 112, प्रदेश 2 मा 38 जना, बागमती प्रदेशमा 5,185, गण्डकी प्रदेशमा 895, लुम्बिनी प्रदेशमा 449, कर्णाली प्रदेशमा 44, सुदूरपश्चिम प्रदेशमा 57 जना। यसै गरी होम आइसोलेसनमा रहनुभएको संख्या प्रदेश 1 मा 5,309, प्रदेश 2 मा 1,011, बागमती प्रदेशमा 18,043, गण्डकी प्रदेशमा 1,710, लुम्बिनी प्रदेशमा 2,738, कर्णाली प्रदेशमा 270 र सुदूरपश्चिम प्रदेशमा 690 जना गरी जम्मा 30,131 जना हुनुहुन्छ। नेपालमा आजको पीसीआर 13,144 गरी जम्मा 14,94,122 परीक्षण भएको छ। गत 24 घण्टामा नयाँ संक्रमित संख्या 3,309 छ। आज काठमाडौँ उपत्यका मध्ये काठमाडौँमा 1,570, भक्तपुरमा 119, ललितपुरमा 189 गरी जम्मा संक्रमितको संख्या 1,878 छ। क्वारेन्टिनमा रहनुभएका व्यक्तिहरूको संख्या 1,305 रहेको छ। प्रदेश अनुसार प्रदेश 1 मा 43, प्रदेश 2 मा 60, बागमती प्रदेशमा 272, गण्डकी प्रदेशमा 436, लुम्बिनी प्रदेशमा 135, कर्णाली प्रदेशमा 87, सुदूरपश्चिम प्रदेशमा 272 हुनुहुन्छ। कोभिड-19बाट संक्रमण मुक्त भई गत 24 घण्टामा डिस्चार्ज हुनुहुनेहरूको संख्या जम्मा 3,844 छ। आजसम्म डिस्चार्ज हुनुहुने संख्या जम्मा 1,44,878। प्रदेश 1 बाट 15,152, प्रदेश 2 17,351, बागमती प्रदेश 73,495, गण्डकी प्रदेश 7,128, लुम्बिनी प्रदेशमा 17,103, कर्णाली प्रदेशमा 5,404, सुदूरपश्चिम प्रदेशमा 9,345 जना हुनुहुन्छ।
Saudi Arabia is set to lift a ban on foreign workers. With effect from March 2021, there will be a change of employment and a rule to leave Saudi Arabia without the permission of the employer. Saudi Ministry of Human Resources and Social Development said on Wednesday that the move was aimed at making the labor market more attractive in Saudi Arabia. Due to the provision of not being allowed to change employers and not being allowed to leave the country without the permission of employers, millions of Nepali and foreign workers have been forced to do forced labor. According to ministry, after the implementation of new arrangement, workers can change their employment by changing the sponsorship from one employer to another. After the implementation of new system, they will be able to leave and return to Saudi Arabia without permission of their employer and even return home without being allowed to return to Saudi Arabia. It is estimated that there are around 10 million foreign workers in Saudi Arabia. Program called Labor Relations Initiative launched by Saudi Arabia will directly benefit foreign workers. Earlier, Saudi Arabia announced that it would end its sponsorship system by 2020, but said it was delayed by coronavirus. Coronavirus is now spreading all over the world. Coronavirus has so far killed 1.23 million and 753 people worldwide and infected 48.41 million people. Similarly, 34.67 million 216 people have been freed from corona infection. Similarly, 570,934 people were infected and 9,063 people died in the world on Wednesday. This is the highest number of deaths in a single day in the world so far. In the United States, meanwhile, coronavirus has killed 239,829 people and infected 981,355. Similarly, 62,92,019 people have been freed from infection and 32,69,507 people are undergoing the treatment. Similarly, health condition of 18,045 people is very critical. A total of 988,325 people have been infected and 18,904 have died in Texas so far. Similarly, 17,816 people have died in California and 952,701 people have been infected. In Florida, 821,123 people have been infected and 16,922 have died. In the United States, 18,389 people were infected and 1,201 has died on Wednesday. Counting of votes in the U.S. election has reached an interesting turning point. Democratic nominee Joe Biden has won in Michigan and Wisconsin. Votes of these states will be decisive for Biden to go to the White House. Now, if he wins a battleground state, he will become the president. Michigan and Wisconsin were considered Democratic majority states. However, in the last election, Donald Trump won from here. Therefore, in this election, these states were considered as battleground states. Even 24 hours after Election Day in the United States, no candidate has been able to get the required 270 votes. Biden, who has reached 264 electoral votes, has received more than 71 million popular votes, which is the highest number of votes ever received for a U.S. president. This is all for now. We'll be back with more news and updates. Till then, keep watching Dharma Television. May all the sentient beings be at peace. Stay safe.